wind is carrying the sound of distant thunder, ashes falling softly on the ground. Another night where fear walks through the city, and broken dreams are scattered all around. But in the middle of the smoke and shattered silence, there's a whisper rising from the dust, a quiet voice reminding every weary heart that heaven's promises are always just. For every flame that tries to burn the future, for every shadow stretching through the night, there's a God who paints the dawn with mercy and turns our darkness into light. So even when the flames are growing higher and hope feels like it's fading from our side, we will sing about a greater power, a peace that conquers every fight. When the world is shaking underneath our feet and we're searching for a place to stand, we will call upon the name above all names and trust the safety of His hand. There is peace over the fire, hope above the flame, love that rises stronger every time we call your name. When the night is full of sorrow and the sky is dark with fear, you are closer than the heartbeat that reminds us you are here. Through the storm and through the trial, through the battle and the pain, there is peace over the fire when we trust your holy name. A father kneels beside his sleeping daughter, though the world outside is filled with fear. He whispers words of faith into the silence. God is watching, He is always near. Across the sea another prayer is rising from a church that stands, the walls are torn, voices trembling but their faith unbroken, singing softly of a better dawn. And heaven listens to the cries of nations, to every tear that falls from weary eyes. For the Lord who hears the smallest sparrow never turns away our cries. So we will stand together in the darkness, holding on to promises above. For the fire may rage across the valleys, but it cannot burn away God's love. When the world feels like it's falling into night and the road ahead is hard to see, we will lift our voices in surrender to the one who set our spirits free. There is peace over the fire, hope above the flame, love that rises stronger every time we call your name. When the night is full of sorrow and the sky is dark with fear, you are closer than the heartbeat that reminds us you are here. Through the storm and through the trial, through the battle and the pain, there is peace over the fire when we trust your holy name. The prophet spoke of storms that would surround us, of nations trembling in the weight of war. But they also spoke of mercy like a river, flowing stronger than the roar. For every battlefield and broken city, for every child who wonders why, there is a promise shining in the heavens, like a star that lights the sky. The Prince of Peace is walking through the ashes, turning sorrow into songs again. And every heart that leans upon His mercy finds a strength that will not end. So we will sing though darkness tries to claim us, we will stand though fear is all around. For the God who calmed the raging ocean calm down. Lift your eyes beyond the smoke and sorrow. Lift your heart above the pain. There's a savior riding hope across tomorrow, like sunshine after rain. Every prayer is like a spark of heaven, lighting up the darkest night. And the love that conquered death forever still shines with endless light. There is peace over the fire, grace above the flame, mercy standing stronger every time we call your name. When the night is long and heavy and our strength begins to fall, you are standing right beside us, faithful through it all. Through the storms that shake the nations, through the sorrow and the pain, there is peace over the fire when we trust your holy name. Yes, there is peace over the fire, stronger than the flames we see. For the God who rules the heavens still holds every destiny. And though the world may tremble and the night may try to rain, there will always be a promise. Peace will rise above the flame. The wind is carrying the sound of distant thunder, ashes falling softly on the ground. Another night where fear walks through the city, and broken dreams are scattered all around. But in the middle of the smoke and shattered silence, there's a whisper rising from the dust, a quiet voice reminding every weary heart that heaven's promises are always just. For every flame that tries to burn the future, for every shadow stretching through the night, there's a God who paints the dawn with mercy and turns our darkness into light. So even when the flames are growing high and hope feels like it's fading from our sight, we will sing about a greater power, a peace that conquers every fight. When the world is shaking underneath our feet and we're searching for a place to stand, we will call upon the name above all names and trust the safety of His hand. There is peace over the fire, hope above the flame, love that rises stronger every time we call your name. When the night is full of sorrow and the sky is dark with fear, you are closer than the heartbeat that reminds us you are here. Through the storm and through the trial, through the battle and the pain, there is peace over the fire when we trust your holy name. A father kneels beside his sleeping daughter, though the world outside is filled with fear. He whispers words of faith into the silence. God is watching, He is always near. Across the sea another prayer is rising, from a church that stands the walls are torn. Voices trembling but their faith unbroken, singing softly of a better dawn. every tear that falls from weary eyes. For the Lord who is the smallest sparrow never turns away our cries. So we will stand together in the darkness, holding on to promises above. For the fire may rage across the valleys, but it cannot burn away God's love. When the world feels like it's falling into night and the road ahead is hard to see, we will lift our voices in surrender to the one who set our spirits free. There is peace over the fire, hope above the flame, love that rises stronger every time we call your name. When the night is full of sorrow and the sky is dark with fear, you are closer than the heartbeat that reminds us you are here. Through the storm and through the trial, through the battle and the pain, there is peace over the fire when we trust your holy name. The prophet spoke of storms that would surround us, of nations trembling in the weight of war. But they also spoke of mercy like a river, flowing stronger than the roar. For every battlefield and broken city, for every child who wonders why, there is a promise shining in the heavens, like a star that lights the sky. The Prince of Peace is walking through the ashes, turning sorrow into songs again. And every heart that leans upon His mercy finds a strength that will not end. So we will sing though darkness tries to claim us, we will stand though fear is all around. For the God who calmed the raging ocean still commands every storm to calm down. Lift your eyes beyond the smoke and sorrow, lift your heart above the pain. There's a Savior riding hope across tomorrow, like sunshine after rain. Every prayer is like a spark of heaven, lighting up the darkest night. And the love that conquered death forever still shines with endless light. There is peace over the fire, grace above the flame, mercy standing stronger every time we call your name. When the night is long and heavy and our strength begins to fall, you are standing right beside us, faithful through it all. Through the storms that shake the nations, through the sorrow and the pain, there is peace over the fire when we trust your holy. Yes, there is peace over the fire, stronger than the flames we see. For the God who rules the heavens still holds every destiny. And though the world may tremble and the night may try to rain, there will always be a promise. Peace will rise above the flame. The night was heavy with the sound of distant thunder. Sirens echoed through the broken streets again. A mother held a child a little closer, praying softly through the fear and through the pain. The sky was painted with 1,000 silent questions. Why do hearts grow cold and turn to war? But in the darkness of a trembling generation, faith is knocking at the Father's door. Somewhere beyond the clouds of human anger, beyond the fear that tries to steal our breath, there is a throne that stands above the chaos, a kingdom stronger even than death. And though the earth may shake beneath our footsteps and tears fall down like rain from weary eyes, there is a hope that rises in the shadows when heaven hears our cry. When the world is standing on the edge tonight and the voices of the hurting fill the sky, we will lift our hands and call your holy name, trusting every broken prayer will fly. When heaven hears our cry, mountains start to move, chains begin to break in the power of your truth. When heaven hears our cry, mercy floods the night, and every wounded heart begins to see the light. Even when the storm is raging wild and high, even when the answers feel so far away, we will not be silent, we will testify. Miracles begin when heaven hears our cry. There's a soldier kneeling in a quiet corner, holding on to faith he learned as a child, whispering a prayer his mother used to tell him. God will guard your heart when the road is wild. Across the sea a pastor lights a candle in a church that stands though the walls are scarred. Every tear becomes a silent intercession, every prayer a shield against the dark. And though the world may say that hope is fading, that love is just a dream that couldn't stay, we believe the promise written in the heavens, that grace will always find a way. Yeah. Through the smoke and through the broken ground, through the cries of every wounded soul, there's a whisper rising from the faithful now. Lord, we know you're still in control. When heaven hears our cry, mountains start to move, chains begin to break in the power of your truth. When heaven hears our cry, mercy floods the night, and every wounded heart begins to see the light. Even when the storm is raging wild and high, even when the answers feel so far away, we will not be silent, we will testify. Miracles begin when heaven hears our cry. The prophet spoke of days like these before us, when nations rise and kingdoms fall apart. But they also spoke of rivers in the desert, and healing flowing through the human heart. For every tear that falls upon the battlefield, there's a promise written in the sky, that the Prince of Peace will walk among the ruins. from our eyes. So we will sing though fear is all around us. We will stand though darkness fills the land. For the God who calmed the raging sea of Galilee still holds the universe in his hands. Let the prayer of every nation rise tonight. Let the broken find their voice again. For the King of heaven listens to his children, and his love will never end. When heaven hears our cry, mountains start to move, chains begin to break in the power of your truth. When heaven hears our cry, mercy floods the night, and every wounded heart begins to see the light. Even when the storm is raging wild and high, even when the answers feel so far away, we will not be silent, we will testify. Miracles begin when heaven hears our cry. So lift your voice if your heart is breaking. Lift your hands if your soul needs grace. There is power in the name of Jesus that no darkness can erase. Every prayer is like a seed in heaven. Every tear is held within his hands. And the God who sees the smallest sparrow still watches every land. The night may try to steal tomorrow, fear may try to close our eyes, but faith will rise above the sorrow. And heaven hears our cry. When heaven hears our cry, the walls of fear will fall. Hope will shine like morning over every broken wall. When heaven hears our cry, peace will start to grow like rivers through the desert where the wounded go. And though the night may whisper, we will never see the dawn. Though the world may tremble underneath the weight of war, we will keep believing, we will keep holding on. For the God of love is greater than it all. Yes, the God of love is greater than it all. Our cry. The night was heavy with the sound of distant thunder. Sirens echoed through the broken streets again. A mother held a child a little closer, praying softly through the fear and through the pain. The sky was painted with 1,000 silent questions. Why do hearts grow cold and turn to war? But in the darkness of a trembling generation, faith is knocking at the Father's door. Somewhere beyond the clouds of human anger, beyond the fear that tries to steal our breath, there is a throne that stands above the chaos, a kingdom stronger even than death. And though the earth may shake beneath our footsteps, and tears fall down like rain from weary eyes, there is a hope that rises in the shadows when heaven hears our cry. When the world is standing on the edge tonight, and the voices of the hurting fill the sky, we will lift our hands and call your holy name, trusting every broken prayer will fly. When heaven hears our cry, mountains start to move, chains begin to break in the power of your truth. When heaven hears our cry, mercy floods the night, and every wounded heart begins to see the light. Even when the storm is raging wild and high, even when the answers feel so far away, we will not be silent, we will testify. Miracles begin when heaven hears our cry. There's a soldier kneeling in a quiet corner, holding on to faith he learned as a child, whispering a prayer his mother used to tell him. God will guard your heart when the road is wild. Across the sea or past the lights a candle, in a church that stands though the walls are scarred. Every tear becomes a silent intercession, every prayer a shield against the dark. And though the world may say that hope is fading, love is just a dream that couldn't stay. We believe the promise written in the heavens, that grace will always find a way. Through the smoke and through the broken ground, through the cries of every wounded soul, there's a whisper rising from the faithful now, Lord. We know you're still in control. When heaven hears our cry, mountains start to move, chains begin to break in the power of your truth. When heaven hears our cry, mercy floods the night, and every wounded heart begins to see the light. Even when the storm is raging wild and high, even when the answers feel so far away, we will not be silent, we will testify. Miracles begin when heaven hears our cry. The prophets spoke of days like these before us, when nations rise and kingdoms fall apart. But they also spoke of rivers in the desert, and healing flowing through the human heart. For every tear that falls upon the battlefield, there's a promise written in the sky, that the Prince of Peace will walk among the ruins and wipe the sorrow from our eyes. So we will sing though fear is all around us, we will stand though darkness fills the land. For the God who calmed the raging sea of Galilee still holds the universe in his hands. Let the prayer of every nation rise tonight, let the broken find their voice again. For the King of heaven listens to his children, and his love will never end. When heaven hears our cry, mountains start to move, chains begin to break in the power of your truth. When heaven hears our cry, mercy floods the night, and every wounded heart begins to see the light. Even when the storm is raging wild and high, even when the answers feel so far away, we will not be silent, we will testify. Miracles begin when heaven hears our cry. So lift your voice if your heart is breaking, lift your hands if your soul needs grace. There is power in the name of Jesus that no darkness can erase. Every prayer is like a seed in heaven, every tear is held within his hands. And the God who sees the smallest sparrow still watches every land. And tomorrow. Fear may try to close our eyes, but faith will rise above the sorrow when heaven hears our cry. When heaven hears our cry, the walls of fear will fall. Hope will shine like morning over every broken wall. Somewhere a mother folds her hands in silence, whispering a prayer she barely knows, for children caught between the lines of conflict, for dreams that vanished where the wind still blows. Across the ocean, churches light their candles, small flames that fight the weight of night. Every prayer a message to the heavens. Lord, turn our darkness into light. For though the world is broken and divided, and voices argue, weapons speak, there is a kingdom greater than our borders, a love that finds the strong and weak. So we will pray across the sky together, across the nations, every tongue, believing that the heart of God is listening. A song of healing has begun. When the world feels far from mercy and hope is harder to believe, we remember that your promise is a gift we still receive. It's a prayer across the sky, rising like the dawn, a plea for peace, a cry for love, where healing must be born. Let nations find their kindness, let wounded hearts be free. It's a prayer across the sky. Lord, begin with me. For every tear that falls in silence, oh, for every child afraid at night, we trust your grace is stronger, oh, than the darkness of the fight. A soldier kneels beside his fallen comrade, staring at the ground where dreams were lost. Become a bridge of healing, a path where enemies can meet. For love is stronger than the chains of anger, the victory of peace complete. When we bow and say forgive us, when we choose to start again, heaven answers with compassion, grace that never truly ends. It's a prayer across the sky, rising like the dawn, a plea for peace, a cry for love, where healing must be born. Oh, let nations find their kindness, let wounded hearts be free. It's a prayer across the sky. Lord, begin with me. For every border, every struggle, for every soul that seeks your face, we trust that you are writing a story filled with grace. So lift your voice, however trembling. God hears the smallest sound you make. A prayer can move the mountains and awaken hearts that break. Across the sky, across the nations, let hope become our common song. For peace begins where faith is planted, a love that makes us strong. It's a prayer across the sky, rising like the dawn, a plea for peace, a cry for love, where healing must be born. Let walls come down, let hearts unite, let mercy be the key. A prayer across the sky. Lord, begin with me. And when the world is finally listening, when the silence turns to sight, we will see the seeds of healing rising in the sky. A prayer across the sky. Hope will never die. Somewhere a mother folds her hands in silence, whispering a prayer she barely knows. For children caught between the lines of conflict, for dreams that vanished where the wind still blows. Across the ocean, churches light their candles, small flames that fight the weight of night. Every prayer a message to the heavens. Lord, turn our darkness into light. For though the world is broken and divided, and voices argue, weapons speak, there is a kingdom greater than our borders, a love that finds the strong and weak. So we will pray across the sky together, across the nations, every tongue, believing that the heart of God is listening. A song of healing has begun. When the world feels far from mercy and hope is harder to believe, we remember that your promise is a gift we still receive. It's a prayer across the sky, rising like the dawn, a plea for peace, a cry for love, where healing must be born. Let nations find their kindness, let wounded hearts be free. It's a prayer across the sky. Lord, begin with me. For every tear that falls in silence, for every child afraid at night, we trust your grace is stronger than the darkness of the fight. A soldier kneels beside his fallen comrades, staring at the ground where dreams were lost. He wonders if the world can never mend the heavy price that war has cost. Somewhere a leader speaks of new solutions, but answers are not found in pride. For peace is born when hearts choose understanding, when mercy walks where walls divide. And heaven hears the prayers of every nation, not just the loud but quiet cries. For God who shaped the stars and all creation sees every tear through loving eyes. So let our prayers become a bridge of healing, a path where enemies can meet. For love is stronger than the chains of anger, the victory of peace complete. When we bow and say forgive us, when we choose to start again, heaven answers with compassion, grace that never truly ends. It's a prayer across the sky, rising like the dawn. For peace, a cry for love, where healing must be born. Let nations find their kindness, let wounded hearts be free. It's a prayer across the sky. Lord, begin with me. For every border, every struggle, for every soul that seeks your face, we trust that you are writing a story filled with grace. So lift your voice, however trembling. God hears the smallest sound you make. A prayer can move the mountains and awaken hearts that break. Across the sky, across the nations, let hope become our common song. For peace begins where faith is planted, a love that makes us strong. It's a prayer across the sky, rising like the dawn. For peace, a cry for love, where healing must be born. Let walls come down, let hearts unite, let mercy be the key. It's a prayer across the sky. A prayer across the sky. Hope will never die. The night was trembling under restless skies. Flashing lights were painting shadows on the walls. Sirens singing through the empty avenues, echoing like distant, desperate calls. A child looked up through a broken window, searching for a star beyond the smoke. Well, somewhere in the silence of the heavens, 1,000 unseen wings awoke. Well, fear was walking through the streets like thunder, and hope felt fragile in the cold night air. There was something deeper than the chaos, a quiet promise floating in a prayer. For every cry that rises from the darkness, for every tear that falls like rain, God sends His angels through the fire to guard the hearts that call His name. When the noise of the world grows louder than our faith, and the shadows try to steal our song, we remember heaven never sleeps at night. God's protection is always strong. There are angels in the sirens, voices in the night, Heaven standing watchful in the middle of the fight. When the world is full of sorrow and the road is hard to see, there are angels in the sirens singing hope for you and me. Through the fear and through the fire, through the storm that we go through, God is sending unseen guardians to remind us He is true. A nurse was walking through a crowded hallway, holding tired hands and whispered prayers. Every step a quiet act of courage in a world that felt like no one cared. Across the city someone bowed in worship, though the church had lost its painted glass. The song was rising through the broken rafters like a light that would forever last. And heaven heard the melody of faith floating through the sorrow and the pain. For the God who counts the stars of heaven knows each tear by name. So even when the darkness gathers closely and tomorrow feels too far away, we believe the angels still are moving where the faithful choose to pray. Through the noise and through the fear we hear a gentle whisper from above, reminding every trembling heart we are surrounded by His love. There are angels in the siren, voices in the night, heaven standing watchful in the middle of the fight. When the world is full of sorrow and the road is hard to see, there are angels in the sirens singing hope for you and me. Through the fear and through the fire, through the storm that we go through, God is sending unseen guardians to remind us He is true. The prophet spoke of times of deep confusion, of nations trembling under heavy skies. But they also spoke of God's protection, watching every tear that falls from eyes. For every storm that tries to shake the mountains, for every war that scars the land, there is a kingdom standing unshaken, held within the Father's hand. And though the world may shout in anger, though the night may seem too long, faith will rise above the thunder like an everlasting song. Because the God who walked upon the waters still walks among the storms today, sending angels through the darkness to guide His children on their way. So lift your eyes above the shadows, lift your heart above the fear. Every prayer becomes a signal that the armies of heaven hear. You may not see their shining presence, you may not hear their gentle wings, but heaven's guardians walk beside you through the hardest of all things. There are angels in the siren, hope within the cry, heaven watching over every tear that fills our eyes. When the night is filled with sorrow and the stars refuse to shine, there are angels in the sirens whispering, you are mine. Through the storm and through the trial, through the battle and the pain, God's protection never falters, even in the darkest rain. Yes, there are angels in the sirens, standing faithful through the night. For the God who reigns forever is our shelter and our light. And when the morning finally rises, tear-stained sky, we will see the grace that carried us, angels walking by our side. The night was trembling under restless skies. Flashing lights were painting shadows on the walls. Sirens singing through the empty avenues, echoing like distant, desperate calls. A child looked up through a broken window, searching for a star beyond the smoke. While somewhere in the silence of the heavens, 1,000 unseen wings awoke. Though fear was walking through the streets like thunder, and hope felt fragile in the cold night air, there was something deeper than the chaos, a quiet promise floating in a prayer. For every cry that rises from the darkness, for every tear that falls like rain, God sends His angels through the fire to guard the hearts that call His name. When the noise of the world grows louder than our faith, and the shadows try to steal our song, we remember heaven never sleeps at night. God's protection is always strong. There are angels in the sirens, voices in the night, heaven standing watchful in the middle of the fight. When the world is full of sorrow and the road is hard to see, there are angels in the sirens, singing hope for you and me. Through the fear and through the fire, through the storm that we go through, God is sending unseen guardians to remind us He is true. A nurse was walking through a crowded hallway, holding tight hands and whispered prayers. Every step a quiet act of courage in a world that felt like no one cared. Across the city someone bowed in worship, though the church had lost its painted glass. The song was rising through the broken rafters like a light that would forever last. And heaven heard the melody of faith floating through the sorrow and the pain. For the God who counts the stars of heaven knows each tear by name. So even when the darkness gathers closely and tomorrow feels too far away, we believe the angels still are moving where the faithful choose to pray. Through the noise and through the fear we hear a gentle whisper from above, reminding every trembling heart we are surrounded by His love. There are angels in the sirens, voices in the night, heaven standing watchful in the middle of the fight. When the world is full of sorrow and the road is hard to see, there are angels in the sirens, singing hope for you and me. Through the fear and through the fire, through the storm that we go through, God is sending unseen guardians to remind us He is true. The prophet spoke of times of deep confusion, of nations trembling under heavy skies. But they also spoke of God's protection, watching every tear that falls from eyes. For every storm that tries to shake the mountains, for every war that scars the land, there is a kingdom standing unshaken, held within the Father's hand. And though the world may shout in anger, though the night may seem too long, Faith will rise above the thunder like an everlasting song. Because the God who walked upon the waters still walks among the storms today, sending angels through the darkness to guide His children on their way. So lift your eyes above the shadows, lift your heart above the fear. Every prayer becomes a signal that the armies of heaven hear. You may not see their shining presence, you may not hear their gentle wings, but heaven's guardians walk beside you through the hardest of all things. There are angels in the sirens, hope within the cry, heaven watching over every tear that fills our eyes. When the night is filled with sorrow and the stars refuse to shine, there are angels in the sirens, whisper you are mine. Through the storm and through the trial, through the battle and the pain, God's protection never falters, even in the darkest rain. Yes, there are angels in the sirens, standing faithful through the night. For the God who reigns forever is our shelter and our light. And when the morning finally rises over every tear-stained sky, we will see the grace that carried us, angels walking by our side. The world feels heavy like a stone upon our shoulders. Stories breaking like the dawn into the night. Nations arguing while children search for shelter, hoping somewhere they will find a ray of light. We try to understand the reasons for the conflict, maps and borders drawn by hands of pride and pain. But underneath the surface of our differences lies the truth that we are human all the same. For every heart that beats with quiet longing, for every soul that searches for a way, there is a God whose love remains unchanging, a hand that guides us through the darkest day. When our strength is barely breathing, when our words are hard to find, we remember you are faithful, peace that quiets every mind. Hold the world in your hands, Lord, every nation, every cry, every tear that falls in silence, every question asking why. You are greater than our failures, stronger than the storms we face. Hold the world in your hands, Lord, fill it with your grace. Let the wounded find their healing, let the broken start anew. For we trust that you are writing a story made of truth. A father sits beside the window in the evening, thinking of the son who left to fight the war, wondering if the letters that he wrote him will reach the place he cannot see anymore. Across the sea, a soldier prays in silence, clutching memories of home and family, hoping that the day will soon arrive when peace replaces everything he's seen. For war may claim the bodies of the brave ones, but love remains beyond the battlefield, a promise that the human heart can carry. a truth that every generation feels. So we will lift our present to the heavens, not just for victory but for the soul, believing that your mercy is unending, a power makes the broken whole. When the world is filled with questions, when the answers fade away, we will trust your perfect wisdom, hope that lights the human way. Hold the world in your hands, Lord, every nation, every land, every child that needs protection, every heart that seeks your plan. You are greater than the turmoil, greater than the things we see. Hold the world in your hands, Lord, set your people free. Let the walls that divide us crumble, let compassion be our song, for your love is stronger always, the place where we belong. We cannot see tomorrow, but we know you hold the days, writing stories of redemption through the winding of our ways. The world may seem uncertain, but your promise never ends, a kingdom built on mercy, where every heart transcends. So we will trust you with our futures, with the things we cannot change, for you are God of all creation, your goodness stays the same. Hold the world in your hands, Lord, every sorrow, every fear, every moment of our journey. Know that you are near, when the night gives way to morning and the shadows disappear. We will see your love surrounding everything we hold dear. So hold the world in your hands, hold in your hands, Lord, guide us through the night. For in your endless mercy we will find the light. The world feels heavy like a stone upon our shoulders, stories breaking like the dawn into the night, nations arguing while children search for shelter, hoping somewhere they will find a ray of light. We try to understand the reasons for the conflict, maps and borders drawn by hands of pride and pain. But underneath the surface of our differences lies the truth that we are human, all the same. For every heart that beats with quiet longing, for every soul that searches for a way, there is a God whose love remains unchanging, a hand that guides us through the darkest day. When our strength is barely breathing, when our words are hard to find, we remember you are faithful, peace that quiets every mind. Hold the world in your hands, Lord, every nation, every cry, every tear that falls in silence, every question asking why. You are greater than our failures, stronger than the storms we face. Hold the world in your hands. Let the wounded find their healing. Let the broken start anew. For we trust that you are writing a story made of truth. A father sits beside the window in the evening, thinking of the son who left to fight the war, wondering if the letters that he wrote him will reach the place he cannot see anymore. Across the sea a soldier prays in silence, clutching memories of home and family, hoping that the day will soon arrive when peace replaces everything he's seen. For war may claim the bodies of the brave ones, but love remains beyond the battlefield. A promise that the human heart can carry, a truth that every generation feels. So we will lift our prayers into the heavens, not just for victory but for the soul, believing that your mercy is unending, a power that makes the broken whole. When the world is filled with questions, when the answers fade away, we will trust your perfect wisdom, hope that lights the human way. Hold the world in your hands, Lord, every nation, every land, every child that needs protection, every heart that seeks your plan. You are greater than the turmoil, greater than the things we see. Hold the world in your hands, Lord, set your people free. Let the walls that divide us crumble, let compassion be our song. For your love is stronger always, the place where we belong. We cannot see tomorrow, but we know you hold the days, writing stories of redemption through the winding of our ways. The world may seem uncertain, but your promise never ends. A kingdom built on mercy, where every heart transcends. So we will trust you with our futures, with the things we cannot change. For you are God of all creation, your goodness stays the same. Hold the world in your hands, Lord, every sorrow, every fear, every moment of our journey. Know that you are near. When the night gives way to morning and the shadows disappear, we will see your love surrounding everything we hold dear. So hold the world in your hands, Lord, guide us through the night, for in your endless mercy we will find the light.